Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Everquest Project 1999. And today we're on the green server, on the level 13 Shadow Knight. Getting there, getting there. Um, just haven't been able to play as much. Really only playing once a week to make these videos right now, but I got an announcement for you. If you've been hanging in there with me every freaking Wednesday, you know, no matter what, even if my stuff's not working right, I'm gonna make it work right, and we're gonna put a video out every freaking Wednesday, no matter what. So, since we've been doing that a while, I'm gonna start putting out a video or stream also on Sundays. Um, so make sure you tune in on Sundays as well. Subscribe if you have to. I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to make that push. You know, we're at 8.1 right now. Let's go. Let's get to freaking 8.2 or something like that. Come on. You could do it. You could do it. That'd be like 100 people. But subscribe, man. If you like EverQuest, subscribe. But yeah, I'll be putting out something on Sundays now. Maybe not by noon, but at some point on Sundays, I'm going to put out another something, either video or stream. So I could be streaming. I might be streaming on Sundays around 9:30 or 10 a.m. EST. So just stay tuned, put on that bell, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll still have every freaking Wednesday, no matter what, whether it's a stream or a video. Today it's a video, pre-record. And you know, Sunday, starting this Sunday, we're going to be doing another one. Way that's working is I've been trying different games on Sunday. It's like my day where I try different games to see if we can get something else jumping on the channel. First thing we tried was Puzzle Quest 3 because, you know, my main game on the channel is Gems of War. It kind of lets us do these other games like EverQuest and Dark Souls. I mean, it could be, you guys could make it to where it's the other way around and we're doing, EverQuest is letting us do other games, or we could be playing EverQuest every day, but it's got to be worth it, you know? It's got to be, yeah, like right now, Gems of War is worth it, so. Plus, I'm just really expert at that game and everything. Um, but I love EverQuest. I would play it every day if you guys would let me, you know. Um, pause. But anyway, so we're in Kazakh again. I'm just doing this camp again. I was trying to get to 14. We did figure out a couple of things here, a couple more things. It's more refined. I got more information for you. I almost hit 14, and I had to use my Harmtouch. There's a really cool fight in here, and then there's a little wrench in the works that I gotta tell you about that might happen if you're gonna try this camp. So yeah, every Sunday I've been trying different games. I tried Puzzle Quest 3. It was okay. Like we got a bunch of subscribers from it, but not a lot of like support or views or anything like that. I kind of need I want to be I want to be like wowed. I'm gonna put the effort in after, you know, I want something to wow me when it's like at the bare minimum, and then I'll put more effort in, and then I know that it's a thing I should keep doing, right? So I was just like streaming Puzzle Quest 3. You know, if like 50 people would show up or 100 people would show up, that would show me something. You know, if we got a bunch of donations or something, that would show me something. Or if we got a ton of views or something, that would show me something. Or if we got like so many subscribers, it's crazy that I have to keep doing it. That would show me something. Or some like combination of the different things. You know, it doesn't always have to be about lots and lots of money. You know, it could be tons of subscribers, tons of views, and whatever. You know what I mean? It could be a combination. So, gonna give you guys that chance. I tried Marvel Puzzle Quest after Puzzle Quest 3, and it was kind of a stinker. It was a dud. It didn't do anything. And I had high hopes for that because Marvel, people like Marvel. Puzzle Quest is similar to Gems of War. I do Gems of War on the channel, you know, and it kind of made the whole channel. Gems of War did, so I figured maybe I could try a couple games similar to Gems of War, and let's see if that'll work. So far, not really. You know, Puzzle Quest 3 is the best thing so far. A little bit. I might go back to it at some point, but I'm gonna give you guys a chance. Basically, is what's up. So on Sundays from now on, not from now on, but for the next 5 weeks or so, I usually give the games 5 streams or so, right? Or 5 videos, whatever it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna try streaming if possible. I just got to make sure. Like another thing I was doing with this video here is making sure that my recordings are still, you know, making sure I fixed it. So that's why we didn't really move camps. I'm not doing anything new. I'm just making sure, man. I want to really make sure that whatever I did fixed it. And so far it looks decent. I saw my encoder was overloaded for a second, but we're going in circles here. Normally that would lag real bad, but looks good. So it doesn't look the greatest, not like the sharpest, but maybe we can mess with that next. I just don't want it to be all laggy and choppy. That's what I'm trying to fix right now. So I think we got it fixed. But yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys have Sundays for at least 3 to 5 weeks. I'd like to give you 5, but if it's like total stinker, less than 100 views, nobody coming type of deal, then I might cut it at 3 or 4. It's kind of what happened with Marvel Puzzle Quest. Like at first, people were kind of like curious, and then the curiosity fell off. You know, the second, the third, the fourth stream. So by the fifth stream, I said, we're done. I'm cutting it early, and I played Dark Souls last Sunday as a like transition. So I was gonna play Marvel, and I'm like, screw this. I mean, look at that last stream. It only has like 90 views on it. I'm not doing that again. So we're just trying to find the next thing, whatever it may be. And maybe we go down this route. Maybe it's an EverQuest type of route. Maybe it's not even EverQuest. Like, EverQuest is always going to have at least one day out of the week. I would love to add another day. Like, if you guys are receptive to it, like, if you got to show me something, you know. It doesn't really matter to me either way. I would love to play this game twice a week. I would love to be able to, like, I would just be able to play it twice a week if I can put out 2 videos. If you guys like it and you watch and you come to the streams and maybe throw me a little bit of support, like I would do it. I would play more. And you know, maybe we'll go down this route of MMOs and RPGs and like say, you know, do away with the like the match 3 aspect of it. Maybe we go down like the games similar to EverQuest route. Maybe we're playing like classic WoW at some point, or Diablo, or something. I don't know. You guys put suggestions in the comments what you would like to see if this doesn't work. Because I would rather, honestly, just play 2 games right now. It'd be cool to play just EverQuest and Gems of War, and then maybe figure something else out down the line. But let's play these 2 for a little bit and see what happens. Because they're the 2 that really work on the channel, for real. But anyway, let's talk about this here. We're in Kazakh again. I think my recordings are good. The next thing we got to check is streaming. So we might do a test stream maybe this Sunday. I might just do a pre-recorded just to get you guys used to me posting on Sundays as well as Wednesdays. I might just do a pre-record, but at some point we're gonna have to stream and do a test stream and see if like the encoder, like all the changes work with the stream. Because I did the same changes on for streaming that I did for the pre-records. I just haven't tested it yet. So we're gonna have to streaming. You can't just like test it. You have to live. You have to freaking do it live and then just hope that it works. And you know, I've seen a little bit of video. Like I need to check out like the video settings on this, but I'd rather have it be a little bit less clear than be really choppy and laggy. So far so good on this. I'll keep tweaking it though. Um, so yeah, this camp here, it's the Kazakh Thul one that I was showing you last time. 22-minute spawn. Really high Zim value. Nobody's been here the couple of times I've done it. So what I did this time was I came in, again, I got full health, full mana. I summoned my pet, you know, even though I probably shouldn't, but I have lots of bones, so I didn't really care. I just didn't give it a weapon. And then, okay, there's 2 broodlings there by the doors. They're always broodlings, by the way, as far as I know. I've killed probably 20 of them, at least 20 rounds of them, and they've always been broodlings, these 2 by the door. And that's a hint to the future of what I'm gonna, the monkey wrench. That's a little bit of a, you know, foreshadowing the monkey wrench. But here's what I did with these first 2 broodlings. I killed one, and then I zoned it. I'm like, I'm not gonna take all this extra damage trying to kill the other one. And I want to break them anyway. So that's what I would recommend that you do if you're going to try this camp, is to come in there, maybe summon your pet, maybe don't. Base it on how many bones you have, or how good. Maybe you're really twinked out and you don't need your pet, or whatever. You know, it's going to be a case-to-case basis whether you would summon your pet to break the camp or not. I summoned mine. I didn't care. I had enough bones. So the first 2 broodlings, you pull one, and they're both going to come. And you just kill that first one as quick as you can. Just throw everything at it. Throw the kitchen sink at it. I pretty much throw the kitchen sink at everything anyway on this Shadow Knight. So throw the kitchen sink at it with your pet and everything, or whatever you're going to do. As soon as it drops, as soon as it hits the ground, start your timer and then zone it. And then come back in. Maybe sit out there and get your health and mana back. So that way the broodling resets and stuff. But you probably don't have to. You could probably sit out there for 30 seconds and then zone back in and be fine. But I like to sit out there for a minute or two, get some health and mana back, and then zone back in. Then come right back here into this corner. Sit there. There should only be one broodling up. You got your timer going, your 22-minute timer. Wait till about 17 minutes is what I would say. That's what I did. Till the 17-minute mark on my timer. So I started at 22. I wait 5 minutes. It's on the 17-minute mark. And then I kill the second broodling. And hopefully by then you have full mana, full HP, all that good stuff. Kill the second one, right? Sit down, meditate, get your health back. Wait until 12. 12 on your timer. And then go crack that door open. Start peeking in through the door. Start being a little sneaky peeker, peepy Tom, you know? Or like cracking the door and looking in there like The Shining or something. Like use an axe and, you know, smash through the door and say whatever he says. Here's Johnny. I don't know. I forget. But, you know, peek through the door like a little creepy, peeping Tom. See what's at that first little camp there by the trees to the left. And that's going to determine whether you can continue or not. Because eventually what had happened was a yellow spawned at that camp. I forget what it was. It was like a caster. It was like a pro. Start with a P, and it was a caster. You'll see it here in this video. It's the last fight of the video. But so that's one monkey wrench. Eventually, a yellow could spawn in those spots. It's definitely broodlings and warriors, like 90 something% of the time. Because I have never seen anything except for broodlings and warriors. I think it's even like broodlings 60% of the time, warriors 35% of the time, and then like a yellow 5% of the time or something like that. So most of the time you're going to be able to, you'll just be fine. You know, it'll be a broodling, it'll be two broodlings. Do the same thing you did with the first two. Crack the door, be a peeping Tom. You know, pull one, they'll both come. Kill the one as fast as you can, zone it. Sit out there for a couple minutes, come back in, sit down. And then once you do that, you wait till the timer says 7 minutes. So we're killing them every 5 minutes, basically. So when the timer says 7 minutes, hopefully your HP, your mana's up enough for you to then peeping Tom the second one. Grab it, kill it. By the time it's dead, you got 3-4 minutes to sit there and wait for the whole thing to repop to start the whole thing over with. And then every time you do that, it's going to get better and better. Your health and mana are going to be higher and higher in between the fights because you're only going to fight one at a time. You're not zoning stuff anymore. The first broodling will pop just like you just saw on the screen there. After your timer goes off, you pull it, you kill it. I say keep it in this back corner like I'm doing right here, because if you go by the zone line, they can run through the wall, which is dumb, because then all these casters jump in and it becomes a train. So that's another monkey wrench. You can't just be fighting them by the zone line, even though I do it here in this one fight where I have to Harmtouch, which there's a couple exciting fights in here. Just you wait. Everything's going perfectly right now. You wait for the monkey wrenches, man. Freaking monkey wrenches, dude. I thought I had a good one here, and I still do. I still think this camp can be good. I still think you can kill the first two by the doors. It could be a real long dad camp. Maybe you go outside and kill some stuff out there while you wait. I still think it's good. And you can do what I'm doing here. I swear that the yellows only pop up every once in a while. But here, another thing that's about to happen is that once you go through the doors, there's the two on the left there. One of the times when I pulled one, another warrior came out of nowhere. So there's a roamer in the courtyard, which I'm sure y'all know. And if you pull at the wrong time, that warrior will come too. So we're about to have a fight. It might even be the next fight where I'm pulling. I already have the whole thing broken, so everything's supposed to be singles. I pull one of the ones by the tree after I open the door, and then here comes another warrior. So it's like two warriors on me. I'm like, oh crap. Someone had mentioned in the comments when I showed my previous time doing this camp that the warriors are higher level than the broodlings, and I should have killed the broodling first when I had that fight with the broodling and the warrior and I was trying to break the camp. I should have killed the broodling first, which is they're totally right. I just wasn't aware at the time. I should have known because broodlings are at the front here and stuff at the front's usually the lowest. But for some reason I attacked the warrior like an idiot and I didn't switch to the broodling and then I had to zone it. But I've never died here, just by the way. All these monkey wrenches I'm talking about, like, but on the other end of the spectrum, like, I've never died here, so it's been okay. Like, I haven't died since I've been doing this camp. And then the yellows, they pop up like once every. It's annoying. Like, you might as well. You can do this camp, just have like a alt nearby, maybe, to kill the yellow if it pops. Or I fought the yellow and it was almost doable. So if you're twinked out, you might be able to beat a yellow by itself, especially a caster if it's like you're resisting or it's missing or they have lower health. So if you get a good one, all right, this might be where it happens. Let's see. Is this where the other one comes? Yep. So that warrior comes out of nowhere. It was a roamer in the courtyard. I didn't know that at the time. I'm like, oh crap, where'd this come from? And so you saw me in the last one where I was fighting a warrior and a broodling and I had to zone it because I couldn't beat it. Well, here, this is pretty cool. So I hit it with the Harmtouch because I'm like, man, I already know. Like, I've fought a broodling and a warrior before together and I couldn't beat them. So I was like, man, I'm going to have to use Harmtouch. I was trying to just lay one down, like kill one. And I was, look at it, man. I got 40% health. There's still two of them. They're cracking me hard. And somehow, I'm hanging in there. One thing with the Shadow Knight, I learned to, you turn on auto attack. Sorry, I touched my mouse. You turn on auto attack. Well, you do your disease to pull. This is what I'm doing anyway. You disease to pull. Look at that, I got one down. I run to the zone. I'm like, I'm about to zone it. I turn around. It's still on my pet. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll give this a shot. So I shoot my dot at it. I get my dot off. I get siphon strength off. So I got both things off. I turn on auto attack. I'm life tapping. I got 20%. I got 20% health. This is a warrior that just, you know, could probably, it's a pretty high blue. It's like a dark blue. I got 20%, no Harmtouch. So I'm just, what I've learned as a Shadow Knight, like I was saying, you pull with your disease. You sick your pet on it, or you just let your pet attack once you get attacked, whatever you do. You siphon strength, and then you life tap twice, slam once. Life tap twice, slam once. Life tap twice, slam once. That's what was working for me. Unless you're saving your slam for a caster to cast, or for them to run and you want to slam them to slow them down while they're running. If it's just in the middle of a normal fight, I was doing life tap twice, slam once. Life tap twice, slam once. If anybody knows in the comments, can you believe I beat that? Why are we lagging? Oh, I'm teabagging them, that's why. I thought we were lagging, but I'm just teabagging. You thought that we was lagging, but I'm just teabagging. I'm teabaggins, not Frodo. He just smelled my chode, though. I'm not lagging, I'm teabagging. Not Frodo, but I just let him smell my chode, though. I don't know, anyway. But I won. Did you see that? I beat it. And that's what was happening there. I was life tap twice slam, life tap twice slam. And I guess I was getting some good hits off with my weapon. I do have a Dark Reaver, so if you're coming in buck naked, starting for the first time ever, and you have like a rusty two-hander, you might not be able to pull that off. But it's kind of what I've learned with the Shadow Knight. I'm getting better and better as I play it more. And I'm sure there's other Shadow Knights that could tell me. Like one question I have is as far as slam and bash, like what's going on with that? Can I level slam at all? Is slam is just bash, but slam is if you have a two-hander? But how does it affect like how do I level bash? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only bash if I have a shield, right? Or I'm using a one-hander. But then I have slam. So when I'm using a two-hander, I can slam, which is cool because I like to interrupt them if they're casting and stuff. Like I know how to use it, but um, can I level it? Is it something that I can? Do I have to use bash to level it, and then it uses that as its level for slam, or is the slam a completely different thing and I can level slam? Because I don't think I see like at the trainer, I don't think I seen slam as an option. I saw bash and I know it's pretty much the same thing, but how's like am I if I just keep slamming, am I ever gonna level bash or no? Or do I have to like get a shield, level bash that way, and then then slam will use bash's level or something? I don't know. Explain it to me in the comments, please. Another one, do Shadow Knights get kick? Or is that just a warrior thing? Or who gets kick? Isn't there a kick? Maybe I'm not maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. I swear you get like a kick too, right? Or something. But anyway, one thing I'm not doing is taunting. I should probably be taunting more for whenever we're gonna duo and stuff. But the SK Pally duo or whatever it's gonna be. Starting Sundays too. Like it's not just gonna be me by myself. I think Trey is gonna join me on Sundays. And maybe one day we can do like commenters in the group too or something one day. If it works, if it all pans out and we do the 2 videos a week, maybe one day we can, get some commenters in the trio or duo or group or something. Do a cool dungeon or something like that. I'm not done with my Necro and my Enchanter and my Shaman, but we're just on the Shadow Knight right now, just because it's easy to jump onto and just pop out a video for you. But yeah, Shadow Knight, how do I feel about it so far? I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think if I was gonna do a Shadow Knight, I don't know that it would be my first. I wouldn't recommend it as a first character for somebody, just because I think it's a good first character. Don't get me wrong, but Shadow Knights are evil. That's a kind of a negative as far as your first character. Even though my first character was evil, um, that's not the only thing. That's just like something to say. Um, Shadow Knight, like I feel like if you're gonna do a Shadow Knight, you want to twink it, right? Any kind of like melee or tank, you kind of want to twink it. I don't think you want to like that's what I would want to. I would want a person to either do like a druid or a necro as their first character, build up some plat, and then at least give some decent stuff to a like if you really want to do a Shadow Knight, you know, your tutorial is to be a druid and make a bunch of plat, and then buy some gear for a Shadow Knight, and then play your Shadow Knight. I don't think you should just jump onto the game buck naked with no plat and no gear and play a Shadow Knight. Even though it would be fine, it would be fine. I just think there's other better choices like Druid and Necro. And then you could have more fun with your Shadow Knight. So I think Shadow Knight would be good for a semi-beginner. Like, you got Feign Death, you got Invis vs. Undead, and Snares, and Harmtouch, and, you know, lots of HP and stuff like that. And you're a tank, so you're a tank that can also kind of solo. Probably the best soloing tank, right? So you can solo or group, so you're not just sitting there like a rogue waiting for groups. And I know sometimes there's rogues in my comments that are like, I used to solo, blah blah blah. I believe you, but you had to probably give yourself tons and tons of awesome equipment, or you had to group a lot first. You didn't just jump on the game. Your first character was a rogue, naked with no plant, and soloed. And that's what I'm mainly talking about. I'm not talking about like it's impossible. It's impossible. You can never solo as a rogue. I mean, that could be your ultimate goal with this game. You could play a druid, and then a necro, and then a wizard, and then like a freaking enchanter, and then play a rogue, and you have all this plat from the other characters. Give it the best stuff in the world, and then you could solo as a rogue. But as a normal coming into the game for the first time noob that has no plat and no people to give them a bunch of stuff and doesn't get lucky, like just a random person, you're not gonna be able to solo as a rogue. But I always get those comments where it's like, I soloed as a rogue, but man, you probably did. I'm not saying you didn't, but I'm sure it wasn't your first buck naked character with no plat. You know what I mean? That's usually what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get more people into this game, more people that used to play it to come back to the game. I think it's more of a good thing to say to tell them to play like a necro or a druid or something like that. That way, or even like a cleric. That way, you can always get a group. I think druid's good because you're a healer and you can teleport and you can solo, and there's just a bunch of ways to make money as a druid. Necro's awesome because you can solo, and then you can go like camp guards and good stuff for plat. So it depends what you do. You want to group more, or do you want to go solo camp stuff, plat farm more, and then like you could teleport on the side and stuff like that. But yeah, the Shadow Knight so far, I like it so far. I did play one back in the day on EverQuest Online Adventures, but I really, that memory is so gone out of my brain. Like, I remember doing it, and I remember sitting there playing the game, but I cannot remember a thing. I remember his name was Thuggish. I remember having, like, all black and red armor, and I remember, like, one zone with something called, like, a dreadnought in it, and that's it. Like, I don't remember anything from that game. It's crazy. Like, I wish I could play it again. I think there's a way you can. I think there's a way you can play EverQuest Online Adventure. Somebody also said that in my comments. Um, and that'd be cool. I'd love to, like, bring that memory out of the cobweb back corner of my brain, because I can't remember it at all. Dude, like, at all. Of all the MMOs I played, that's the one that's just, I'm blanking on. But at that time, that's when I was super into girls, super into partying, pretty much. Like, coming home just because I had to, and then playing some EverQuest Online Adventures. Like, I was thinking about everything else except for that at the time, and my brain probably has holes in it from that time, too. So, no wonder I don't remember it. Yeah, I think for this camp, man, I think it's good if you realize that there could be a monkey wrench here or there, but you're also right near the zone line. You should be okay. And there's other stuff outside too. Like, if you want to go outside and look around on those little pyramids, and just remember the bouncers out there. And then there's a couple lizards right outside the doorway. But you could do these two here, and they'll always be broodlings. They'll always give good experience. They could be like your main thing you're doing, and then run outside and kill a mystic. A couple mystics or something like that. Because that whole last session, I saw no yellows. And then all of a sudden, on like my fourth or fifth round of today's session, I saw a yellow. So that, or bring an alt. Have your alt kill the yellow. Maybe have your alt help you kill the pather. Because that's the other thing, the pather. I was trying to figure that out, and then the yellow hat thing happened. So I was really going through the doors trying to figure out, where's this pather go? Looks like both times I saw him, I killed him one time, and then the second time it was a warrior again. So it was a warrior 2 times, the pather. It goes to the door where the throne room is. You know what I'm talking about? Behind those trees. It walks from the throne room door pretty much over to the adjacent wall. Stands there for a minute. Then runs back to the throne room door. And immediately, like, runs back to the wall. Like, it doesn't go in the throne room door, I don't think. It kind of just runs to the throne room door and then runs back to the wall, stands there, runs to the throne room door, runs immediately back to the wall, stands there, like in the courtyard on the adjacent wall from the throne room door. So when he's standing there, that's probably the best time to pull whatever you're going to pull from the tree camp. If he's running behind the trees going to the throne room, that's probably the worst time to pull. Alright, so here we have a broodling, and there's the warrior over there. So I'm going to show you exactly what I was just talking about. I'm going to pull this broodling, that warrior won't come. So it's just bad luck the one time. He must have been running behind the trees going to the throne room that one time when I got 2 of them. Man, I was so close to leveling. I feel like, dude, I could have got the level on video today, but then that yellow popped, and I was like, I'm done. I could have killed 2 more broodlings, and I probably wouldn't have... I still need I need less than a bub. And those 2 broodlings wouldn't have dinged me, so... And then I would have had to deal with the yellow or wait a whole another 30 minutes to kill 2 more, and then another 30 to kill 2 more, and I'm on a time crunch today. It's kind of why I would love to add another day. I would love to play this game another day. I'd love to get back into duoing with Trey. It's going to be up to you guys, though. I can't... you know? Time, it's like... You know how it is. When you're doing one thing, you're not doing something else, no matter what it is. Cleaning up the house, or going on a walk, or working out, or making money, or, you know, you're not doing something else. So every day I got to make that choice. And I give this time to EverQuest. From like 9 a.m. to 12 noon on Wednesdays. That's EverQuest. Pretty much 9:30 to 11, whatever, 9:30 to 12:30, something like that. That's what I'm like, okay, that's EverQuest time every single week, no matter what. I'm gonna make it happen. So from now on, I'm gonna say that about Sundays as well, because we're done with Marvel Puzzle Quest. We're done with Puzzle Quest 3 for now. If I had to replay one of the two right now, it would be Puzzle Quest 3 because of all the subscribers. We had a couple good streams where we made like $20, but you know, we're kind of like with the whole channel, we're kind of just like doggy paddling it. We always seem to do just good enough to make it worth doing it again the next month. But there's always that threat too, like of us having a couple bad months in a row and me just giving up. And I know nobody wants to hear this, but I just like to tell you guys everything. But that's where we're at right now. I'm trying to kill this. It's a proselyte. So it's yellow. Or no, I attacked the warrior. Okay, I was trying to pull the pather and the proselyte came. And it was smoking my boots, so I zoned it. I'm like, screw this. I was trying to pull the warrior. I don't remember where I pulled it from. Where'd I hit it at? Let's see. Alright, we're on 31. Where'd I hit it at? Wait, I'm trying to give y'all some information, like if you want to try this camp. You know what I mean? Like you can watch me and see what works for me, what doesn't work for me. Now, let's go on 2 times for a second. We'll do the John Madden replay. Alright. See, where is he? Alright, there he is. Okay. Slow it all the way down here. 0.25. I'm casting. I thought that was going to be a good one, man. So I hit him right as he is about to hit the wall. Maybe the proselyte popped by the tree. Could be. Because he's definitely there when I get back, I'm pretty sure. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Great. No. That was a cool... Ugh. We already saw this part, so I'm just going to speed it up. I zone it. I'm like, no way, Jose. I'm definitely not beating a proselyte and a warrior. I don't even know if I would mess with a proselyte and a broodling. I can't even beat a proselyte on its own, so yeah. But yeah, we're about to see this. We're almost done here. I think it might be because as I open these doors. No, okay, so that sucks. So where did that come from? So when do you pull the warrior? Oh, is it this again? What's going on? No, it's not. Okay. The proselyte's there somewhere. I was trying to figure out where it is. Maybe it's like above us on the ladder. Which sucks. So you'd have to pull the warrior as it's like running behind the trees if nothing else is here. So it's still possible. Like I was thinking to add 5 instead of 4, adding 5. Like at first I was like, man, I can make this camp even better. I'm going to show them me doing it perfectly and then adding the roamer too and making it 5 lizards and you're killing them every 4 minutes. Like that would have been amazing because the experience is already good and it's already jumping every kill pretty much. And I was like, dude, if I can add that, that'd be sick. But here we go. Here's the whole monkey wrench. Like nothing else was a monkey wrench for real until now. The proselyte spawning at that camp. It's like, what do you do now, dude? You're kind of screwed. What do you? I try to fight it, and if I was more twinked out, I might be able to beat it. Like I just need a. If I had like just HP rings, if I had just had HP earrings and rings or something, maybe. You know what I mean? Like if I was just twinked, I probably could have beat it. So if you're twinked, you might be able to handle it. It wasn't too bad. Just fight it right next to the zone, and if you have one bub left, zone it. Or if you have Harmtouch, if I had Harmtouch, I guarantee, I bet you, if I had Harmtouch up and I gave myself HP earrings and rings, I bet you I could beat this thing. And that's not even crazy. Like, that's just like a timing issue plus a little bit more twinking. I've just always wanted to do the going and getting the gear on video. We're starting to have a little bit of more video issues. All right, so I hit him with the disease. He then hit me super hard with a direct damage, I think. Siphoning strength. Right now I'm just life tapping my butt off. 2 life taps, 1 slam. Kind of keeping more of a eye on the slam than I usually do. Because, you know, he's a caster, so I was trying to hit him with it. I think he got me there, right? My health's at half. His health is not, you know, he's at 60. I'm at 50. It wouldn't have been crazy for me to win this. But bang, 74. He hits me for that. I missed the slam. I hit him for 28, though. Hitting him for life taps. Boom, he hits me for 24. I'm like, if I get hit with one more direct damage, I'm probably almost dead, and I won't be able to move. So I went ahead and ran it to the zone. I didn't want to die in Kazakh. But yeah, that's about it for this one. Remember, we'll be Sundays. I don't know when. It should be by like 4. By like dinner time EST. Probably by like 4 o'clock EST PM. But yeah, the more, if I stream any kind of support, if you want to super thanks, if you just want to like tell a bunch of people and get a bunch of subscribers, if whatever, if you watch the whole video all the way through, if whatever, you can do a lot of stuff to help, and I'd really appreciate it. But you know, we'll see what happens. It is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah. We'll give it a good try, especially with EverQuest since it has a good track record on the channel. I'm probably going to give it at least 5 weeks. 5 weeks of 2 videos a week. That's over a month. That'll tell us the story. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. So hit me with those numbers, whatever kind of numbers they are, if they're thumb numbers or subscriber numbers or whatever kind of numbers. Numbers don't lie. And yeah, if it does really good, if it does well enough, I'll keep it going. I'll keep it going for until it stops doing well. So now's your time to gain an extra video. So let's get it. Tell some people, make sure you're there every time, watch the whole video the whole way through. Anything you want to throw to me, I'm begging on the corner at this point with my holy shoes. I got a hole in my shoe literally right now, and I'm gonna go sit on the corner with the sign if you don't get the point by now. But yeah, I'll see y'all. Have a good one. You're the best. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining helps a lot. Get up on the channel down below, and I'll see y'all Sunday. Peace.